another day, another video. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we are watching The Vampire Diaries. This is episode 2 of season 8. Thanks for clicking my video today. You know, we're on the home stretch now. We've only got a few more episodes left, 14 actually after this one, so it's crazy. And then we've completed 171 episodes of The Vampire Diaries, and it's been an absolutely crazy, wild ride. And speaking about crazy and wild, last episode, you know, we had the Damon and Enzo starting where they left off, like literally last season, and we seen them. They was in the slaughterhouse, wasn't they? They had all the bodies strung up, and we finished. You know, Damon was like, you know, just let it take over you. At first it hurts, but then it's kind of fun. And you know, and then boom, we seen it. Last episode, you know, they went after this couple at the very start. We had obviously a boyfriend and girlfriend who was driving in a car. They played, well, they pretty much stood in the road. He swerved around Damon, ended up hitting Enzo. They got out, they kidnapped him, took him obviously to a slaughterhouse. They asked them questions. They said, look, which one of you is the worst? You know, which of you has done the worst things in life? The girl said, well, I slept with my best friend's brother like 8 times, and the other guy said, mate, I was selling my grandma's like chemotherapy pills or whatever, do you know, I don't even know, like cancer pills, and she had cancer at the time as well. It's like, oh my god, mate, what an asshole you are. Damon's like, that's the guy, mate. Fucking get him killed, mate. Took him inside, slapped a hook in him, strung him up, and then dropped him in a pool of water. Well, it was all red. I'm guessing it's blood. I'm guessing it was water at one point. But whatever it is inside of there, it's been killing them. Obviously, that guy died. Now, Enzo was saying that this girl, she didn't need to die. She wasn't as bad as him. Obviously, it seems like they only want to feed bad people into this pit, which is interesting. So Enzo took her out and killed her a different way. Basically, he strangled her with his guitar string, and then he put wax in her ear and tied her up against the car. And then obviously Bonnie, Stefan and Caroline, they've been searching for these two for months now, trying to figure out where they are, what's going on. Well, obviously they found this clue. They went there. Bonnie said to Stefan at the scene, you know, it's Enzo. He's trying to, you know, communicate with them. She was losing hope as well, and obviously this gave her a bit of hope. The guitar string around the neck, the wax in the ear, reminded her of a book. I think it was called like The Odyssey, which is interesting. And we got a flashback to when Enzo was reading it to her when he was a couple obviously locked in that lodge, and he was obviously just saying different things, and she can remember obviously what was happening, and he was plotting those seeds inside obviously this crime, so that he was kind of trying to give Bonnie some information. They end up finding the slaughterhouse obviously in the 3-mile radius of where this death was. And when he went in, Stefan confronted Damon. They obviously ended up talking. Seems like Damon's turned his humanity off. He was saying stuff that we've definitely 100% heard before, so it's not a shocker to us. But he was obviously blaming Stefan for Damon being in the situation that he is. He's got nothing to live for, you know, that's what he's saying. He's saying that Elena's gone now, she's in a different place. Damon's been to hell and back, and he's not talking about the stone hell when he was inside the sword. He's talking about actual real hell, and him and Elena belong in different places. Now obviously I think it's this monster in this pool talking, whoever it is. But it actually got to Stefan. It literally, you could see it was like a dagger to his heart. It looks absolutely broken. I thought last episode Stefan looked good actually with his broken like emotions. And obviously Bonnie wouldn't leave without Enzo as well. But the interesting thing with Enzo is it looks like his humanity's still on, and he's fighting this person, because he was saying to Stefan, he was like, go now, literally go, you know, instead of like being as all like plain face, just single as Damon. He was trying to show some a bit of emotion, and obviously Stefan took that as a hint, and he did leave, so that's interesting. Obviously we've got Rick as well. He's running like the armoury, and what there is like archaeologists now. Literally they're going in, they're checking everything, trying to work out how Damon and Enzo got out that tomb without actually leaving it. Basically one of these new girls that was introduced, one of his co-workers, she figured out, put some headphones on, you know, put some goggles on, mask or whatever, block out all your senses, and you've just got your touch. They walked around like just everywhere until they touched like a certain location, and he went through a wall, which is interesting. Then he was in like a tunnel. They was going around. They found like a place with loads of ancient artifacts, loads of information, loads of like, I don't know, gold and pictures and diaries, loads of stuff that will definitely make you rich in real life. And it's just like, it's really interesting. Obviously, like Rick's geeking out, she's geeking out as well. She's kind of interested in Rick actually. You know, I don't know how Rick is. How old Rick is, like 40. He's got 2 kids. Obviously, this young girl in her teens. No, probably not in her teens. 20s, so she's loving it. You know, she's probably on working at university. She's here, she's trying to get some work experience, and she's getting into a professor. That's what I'm assuming anyway. I'm assuming that Rick's a teacher at school, or whatever it is, a uni, and these are his class like people, and he's working with him to gain experience, but she's also getting the hots of the teacher as well. And to be honest, she's quite pretty, and she's really clever, and she was liking how he's nerding out on different things as well, so I thought that was cute. And obviously Stefan and Caroline, they're together now. I'm loving it. Rick had the conversation with her. He was like, look, you know, I need to move back and quite far away. It was like 30 minutes away. I need to be closer to the kids. I'm going to move back in here. She's like, this is my childhood home. He's like, don't worry, mate. You know, like, you've got somewhere else you need to be. Go with Stefan, move in. And that's what they've done. She went to the Salvatore house. She asked, can you move in? He said, yeah. And that's exciting as well. So Stefan and Caroline are moving in. Rick's gone back to his kids, obviously, in Caroline's old home. They've got a nanny who was killed by the person, the St. John, that was inside, obviously, the place with what is it, Bonner. She was saying you shouldn't have let it out the vault, you shouldn't let him out the vault, you know. So whatever it is, obviously scary. Then she went to, looks like, well, she killed the nanny, went upstairs, looked like she was going after the kids. Caroline got back in time, took her out. She ended up biting her own tongue, so she couldn't release any information. And then I'm assuming she died from it, or she killed herself, but she was gone and she died. And then Caroline saved the nana, compelled her to obviously forget, just go away, not go away forever, just go home and forget it happened. So I mean, that was interesting as well. And then we seen that after this pit has had enough bodies dropped in it, that it was like finally ready to reveal itself. Instead of it being like some old bony thing, it was a woman. She come out and now she's like God or something, or the devil, mate. Lucifer 2.0. Excited, can't wait. If you guys enjoyed today's episode, please smash the like, really helps out the channel. Subscribe if you're new, and as always, let's jump into today's episode. Oh, and this episode is called Today Will Be Different. Now, I guessed the last one correct, didn't I? I said it was Damon that was going to say it, and he did say it. Now, obviously, I assume that Today Will Be Different was a saying that was said in a previous episode of the first 7 seasons. So I don't know. Does that get said in the episode, or am I guessing who said that, you know, in previous seasons? Now, to me, this sounds like something that maybe Elena would have said, or Caroline, but I'm going to go with Caroline just because I don't know whether it's an old one or it's going to be said in the present episode, but I'm going to say it's one of them two, because Damon did say the last episode title, Hello Brother, in the last episode, so I'm hoping that obviously it is possibly being said in the episodes, but I think it'd be better if it was in the past seasons, because then it's like trying to guess what episode it was.
Started out in sales, moved up the ladder. Next thing you know, I'm in charge of the whole darn operation.
So what are you doing at a gun convention?
I'm merely an ancillary supplier following a corporate mandate.
My colleague and I are in the same boat. Guess everyone answers to
Renzo's there
someone,
as
huh?
well. He's getting killed, he's a bad guy.
I'm gonna bring you to my buyer.
Okay, so here she is, not all bloody.
When I made this playlist 3 days ago, I discovered something called a jazz standard.
She's possessing him already, she's not even done anything to him.
I wish Enzo shared your sense of fun. Need him to be like you, all in. When somebody loves
It's really interesting.
Slowest murder ever.
Telling his mind to stay calm.
Every other meal we brought you was in full freak out mode.
In it, panicking all over.
Boom.
Oh, she just drowned him before she didn't eat him. Is she a hybrid? Is she a witch and vampire? You know, I'm trying to figure out what she is. I mean, she seems like she was possessing that guy, right? And she didn't even have to touch him or anything. She didn't even. Did she even say anything? Did she just look at him and the guy was under a trance already? So that's interesting. What are these called? Sirens? Never heard of them before. Like, are they just like demons, like Mazikeen from, obviously, from Lucifer?
Dear Elena, hope this isn't too messy because I'm doing the mom thing of grabbing any spare moment to write. Bonnie heard from Enzo. Sort of. He left something for her to find. The Salvatore house is about to become my official residence. Lizzie and Josie are blissfully unaware that they were ever in any danger, but he's distracting himself by researching our new enemy. We'll find out
Distracting him. He's absolutely loving it. That's what he is. He's in his element.
Celine almost died protecting our kids, so I'm okay with her choosing their cereal.
So I wanted to tell you, I noticed something weird. I think you guys overpaid me this week.
Caroline and I decided to give you a raise.
Yeah, do you know what? She seems quite bubbly and quite decent, to be honest. I actually do like the appearances that we've had so far. Got to give her a clap. Good morals, absolutely fantastic morals. You know, like absolutely saying like, you know, should not my money, but you've put too much in. You know, most of the time, right? It's a good lesson to be learned here. Most of the time, if you own up to it, you can keep it. Not like, and you know, if someone like if I was walking down the road, right, I dropped a fiver and someone was like, oh mate, you lost a fiver, like, I tell you what, you can have it, mate, for being such a good human being, for saying that. You know, I've had it before as well, been paid too much, say, oh, I've been paid, actually no, it was you know, it was correct. I love people that have morals. You find a phone outside, you know, you don't keep it. Yes, I can sell it. No, you give it in. Someone's, you know what I mean? You always, good morals, I enjoy them.
Got into a fight with my boyfriend. Future, he's got it all mapped out. I don't know what I want.
You want what everybody wants. You want what everybody wants.
Why is he always napping?
Enzo's not having done that. Yeah, look at him.
And you are even more disappointing.
I do almost everything you say, even when I don't want to.
It's the almost part of that sentence.
Wait, is that Sarah?
You'll give in eventually.
My previous record for torture was 70 years.
Who's Sarah Nelson? More lies. Get up, sleepyhead.
Did you see the cranberry muffins in the break room? I got them at the girls' bake sale.
I'm not hungry.
Well, Enzo's playing double agent, so I'm guessing he needs to pick his moments.
All the information they have so far, the victims' names. There's Sarah Nelson McGowan.
I'm guessing Enzo picked his moment.
What makes you say that?
Because there's another Sarah Nelson living in North Carolina. Sarah's mother was Zach Salvatore's girlfriend in 1994.
Safe. So why would Damon target Sarah?
He wouldn't, and he doesn't even know that she exists.
But she and Enzo had a frenemy thing for a while.
Oh, Bonnie's third wheeling, mate. She's the Damon of the Enzo and Bonnie situation.
Have you ever heard the phrase publish or perish? So you guys helped me not perish as the head of the St. John Armory Foundation, and I'll extend your internship. A, I've yet to see you take your research assignment seriously. B, I'm down here because this room is literally buried in untapped information. Is my eyesight improving, or is this actually easier to read today?
I did a little cleanup on it. Now you can read the top
Check
corners.
her out, mate.
Totally helping.
Shut up, Georgie.
Georgia, that's the name, Georgia. Do you know what I said last episode, mate? I'm sure that she's like a big actress or whatever. I don't know if she is, but I tell you, she definitely is. She's Minda of Drake and Josh. I love the absolute banter that they used to have in Drake and Josh with her and Minda, and obviously Josh and Drake. And then she ended up getting with Josh, didn't she? That was totally unexpected when they ended up kissing each other. I loved it. I can't believe I've been watching a program since I was like 7 years old with her in it. It's mad. It's literally mad when you come full circle. It's like, what's it? Selena Gomez and Demi Lovato or something was in Barney. I used to love Barney as a kid. It's like crazy. I was like 1 year old watching that, and then it's like you see them in like films and stuff now, and it's like mad progression, crazy.
So I'm thinking of a person. Reasonably good-looking, charming accent.
Regardless, your answer is either Jesus Christ or me.
Got it on the second try.
You're impossibly needy.
No, I'm highly engaged, and I want you to be like me.
Why is she suddenly pushing the pause button on her mysterious master plan?
Easy. She has a new priority. Giving you a spanking. I'm afraid of that eternal damnation preview she gave me when she got in my head.
That's mind games.
Sarah Nelson.
Gentleman introduces himself first, Damon Salvatore.
That was good, mate. He name dropped like as if it was first time. It's really good. That.
Mr. St. John.
Oh, check it out, mate.
If you got a passport.
Say
After you
mine.
told me my trust fund came from the Salvatores, I stopped cashing my checks.
What are you lot doing here?
Bunny as well.
We could be here literally all night.
Ah, she's a proper flirter here, man. Look at her face.
Sure, hot nanny's got you covered.
She's not hot.
Oh, I know. You're her boss, so you don't notice how hot she is?
Yeah, that's kind of like you're my boss, and you don't realise how hot you are. You know, I'm got you, Minda. Forgot your name, but you definitely Minda.
Focus. 1790. We took the crate to the vault. Its artifact was left above ground for safety.
In the vault that housed a supernatural creature.
Perhaps a sign.
Only in the armory do they do doodles. Ink uniform.
I've seen that symbol before. Deal with this right now.
Oh, she's shitting it. Look.
Wait, where are you going? Are you calling from inside a well?
No, we're at Sarah's apartment. I just stepped
Inside a
out to
well.
give Bonnie and Enzo some space. He won't even look at Bonnie.
So this is the new you? Long silences and cryptic messages.
That wasn't so cryptic. You understood it, didn't you?
We are talking about
That's
a
interesting.
living, breathing siren, right? Like mermaid monsters who sing to sailors.
No, she doesn't sport a fishtail.
Okay, what's her weakness? How do we stop her?
I'm hoping that can be discerned by others. Don't. I can't allow myself to think about how important you are. Attacking me mentally, digging for ways to leverage my obedience.
Oh, that's interesting. So what she does is then, like, she goes in your head, like, if you're not like fully committed to her, I feel like what she does is she wants you to just be all, like she was saying, why can't Enzo be like you, Damon, all in? And you know, I think it's because Damon's got his emotions all turned off, so like, she can't get inside his head because he don't care about anything. Do you know what I mean? Where like Enzo, he's not turned it off, so he's got something possibly to hold on to, and she's thinking that's restricting him from being all in, as she was to say it, on her side. So what she's done is she's going in his head, she's trying to find something that he cares about, go after it, eliminate it. You know, if it happens again, who else is it? Go after, eliminate it. So obviously, instead of going after Bonnie, he kind of like, I wouldn't say he had a feeling for Sarah, but like it's somebody that he actually saved the one time or whatnot, and he's dropped that name in and she's going after her. So obviously she's just going to be like a casualty of war, so to speak. Now, it'd probably be best if he turned it off, wouldn't it? In terms of like saving the people that he cares about, it would be the best. But in terms of like Enzo and having it turned off, and we've seen it, having it turned off for the personal physical person is not the best scenario. But like if it's to deter her from getting inside your head, maybe it is an ideal. And now it's making me thinking that maybe the reason why Damon's sleeping all the time is that that's the only time when he's dreaming, yeah, he can actually think of Elena, because he can't think of her when it's turned off because she can't get inside his head. Do you know what I mean? So that's how he's doing it. He's closing himself off, he's dreaming, he's thinking about her that way. Interesting. Actually really is.
Well, I was hoping you'd be a little less pissed at me for trying to keep you safe.
Sure.
Wouldn't you be pissed if a stranger secretly controlled your life with...
I'll stay with her while you guys get the car.
Okay, I'll text you when we're out front.
Do you follow?
Yes.
Oh, Bonnie, man. Not been listening to what he's saying.
And no.
I think that's really interesting to me, because obviously Bonnie's listening, but she's kind of acting a little bit selfish on her part. For example, like she's thinking that she's only thinking about herself in this situation, which I understand because she's suffered a lot. So she's got a little bit of happiness for once. She don't want to lose it. So I'm not blaming her in terms of like you're selfish. You know what I mean? That's not what I'm saying. She's just acting only thinking about Bonnie in that situation. She's not acting thinking about Enzo or the consequences that could follow from this siren. She's just thinking about what she wants in that particular moment. So it is quite interesting. We don't really see this stuff for Bonnie usually. She's always putting others first, but now she's trying to put herself.
Lizzie, only people who don't hit their sisters get to go to the carnival.
Oh.
What are you doing?
I was told to have fun.
And isn't Caroline the same girlfriend that tried to have me murdered? Which obviously wasn't enough for a breakup.
Well, she wasn't being herself.
Oh,
She's Uncle Zach's daughter. Her name is Sarah Salvatore.
Talk fast.
go on, Stefan.
If you want to be taken seriously in academia, you need to exit a room with a little more decorum.
Oh, check.
Do you believe in hell? I saw it when I was dead. A couple years ago, I was driving my best friend home from a party, more than a little drunk, and I don't remember the crash at all. In that moment, I knew I'd killed my best friend. Now, in the middle of all that, the one thing I could see was this symbol. Jump-started my heart. I guess I'd flatlined for about a minute. Near a gap in my resume was my vehicular manslaughter sentence.
Oh, that's well interesting.
I believe you saw a piece of the puzzle. Now, I may not agree with your interpretation, but I believe you are a first-hand source. You don't even approach the threshold of the crazy I've seen. Let's come back.
Mate, it's like he's saying, you don't even come near crazy, mate. You're telling me that, mate. I've seen a guy, yeah, sit on the floor, suck, yeah, magic across a whole city, come back, turn from being invisible and stab my wife while she's pregnant, mate. That is what you call crazy. You know what I mean? Mick's been through it all. You know, I've been killed and then I've been transitioned into original vampire. That's crazy. Now, what I actually very much like about that situation there is obviously I don't like the fact that obviously she's killed somebody, but what I do like the fact is that she's expressed it, and Rick's first instinct was not to even acknowledge that part of that story that she was saying. She was telling two stories. She was telling one about the mark and about obviously what's interests Rick and the archaeology side of it, and then obviously she told of how it happened and how she was drunk driving and she was texting and she crashed and she killed a friend. Now, obviously someone like that, when you go through that trauma in your life, you know, it always stays with you. Now, regardless of whether you believe it should stay with you because you've done that and it's, you know, your consequence, or whether you got, like, you know, you feel sorry for them, and that's another story. But that person will always feel that, will always be scared. They will never want to disclose that information because they'll always feel that no matter what, you've got a group of friends, for example, you release that, I crashed to kill someone, mate, most of the people will probably like stop talking to you, or, you know, like they only not let on to you every now and then. And the fact that Rick has not even acknowledged the fact that she even mentioned that she was involved in a crash that killed somebody, and just went straight to, you're an asset, you know, you got information, we can use it, you know, I think she's loving it. I think that she just fell for him, more than she realised, because it feels like she's been accepted for who she is, even though like that part of her life she does not a big fan of. I think it's good. I did actually really enjoy that. And do you know what? I actually think she's like really pretty, and I think that her personality is really decent so far. So these are maddening, because is he not a teacher? Is he not like her teacher, and he's allowing her to get some like work experience? Is that what internship is, like experience? So it's mad. But yeah, I think she's cute.
I'm gonna get you as far away as I can.
Bonnie, stop the car!
Enzo, that seems good.
Simple, my mind is bonded to hers.
I'm not gonna let you out of my sight. I can't lose you again. Please stay.
You can't, buddy, man. Not right now. He wants to, but he's trying to save you.
I can't put you in any more danger. You have to let me go.
There we go.
So the sad story of Uncle's ex-girlfriend came with a PS.
You have to let her walk away. It's what Elena would want. I know you can understand that, and do it for me.
You saying bolt it, mate? Literally, you better get running. Oh, fucking hell, she's dead. Oh, yes, Stefan. That was fast.
A little better than that, Stefan.
Oh.
Right there. Who's Elena?
Oh, she's got it. She's got it, man. Can she not run over there dead quick and back? I know she burned, but not like die.
Damon, what part of Kill Sarah was too hard for you to understand? So many months into this, and I never realized you had a loyalty leak.
Oh, she can get into this one's mind as well.
It's the real thing that I've ever felt. Hi.
Ah, God.
We haven't met. I'm Sybil.
Sybil. She's dead, Stefan, man.
Fight. Why?
Stefan does a good broken person. Yeah, he does that look so well, man. I'm not blaming Damon at all.
I've taken over his last mental refuge. I'm giving it a little remodel. Good talk.
Now, I think that's really interesting, because she said that she's doing some changes to his head. So I wonder if she's trying to infiltrate the Elena memories and drop herself in it as well. Do you know what I mean? And trying to like overrule him, so that if he gets Elena and loves her, and that way he's just going to be a little lapdog that she intends them all to be. So it's interesting. I think Stefan plays this role of like whatever he was doing there, whatever you call like emotion. Definitely emotion. He plays it so good. Like I said, last episode when he was in the car, he looked distraught when he's speaking to Bonnet, and he looks it there as well. He does it so well.
I screwed up. I shouldn't have taken off with Enzo. Couldn't break him away from the siren's mind control, and I had to let him go back to her. But when I see everything that you have, it makes me feel so alone that I want to die.
I know that I've been distracted, but I am here for you always. We are going to save Enzo.
Caroline?
Is Sarah okay?
I told you, mate. Look at that face, absolutely broken. See, do you know what she was saying there to Bonnet? You know, I'm always here for you. You know, you're not alone. I get it, and I appreciate it as a friend, Caroline. Like, it's good to know that you're there, but the difference is, yeah, what Bonnie was saying is, she wants somebody where she can go home at the end of the day, finish work, shut the door, somebody's there. Somebody to talk to, somebody to hug, somebody to talk, somebody to have a good time with. You know, she doesn't want, like, she might need the friends, obviously. Everyone loves having friends, but there's a difference between being able to go out with your friends and have their help and support, and have always like people there you can speak to, compared to closed doors behind, spend your life with somebody. There's a massive difference.
Hey.
I didn't mean to derail your evening.
Oh, it's okay. I'm not in a rush. You know where your intern's secret tattoo is?
Only because of research.
No judgment.
Hey, man, you owe me. And not just
Hey,
for the
Mom.
takeout dinner I had to buy on my paltry stipend. This thing? Delivered with your vault inhabitant?
Back on task, I see.
We wouldn't want to fall behind on our quota after that little sidebar today.
And then,
Thanks.
well, I love them sort of kisses. That's what I wanted Stefan to do to Caroline for the first time when it was unexpected.
I will brave the oceans and sail past the sirens to find my way back to you.
Bonnet is one of Damon's loved ones. So this is going to be interesting. If she goes after Bonnet, and see if she goes after Elena, it's interesting, because do we even know where Elena is? I personally don't. I thought she was in a coffin in New York. Is she still there? You know, where Stefan woke Damon up last season? Is she there or is she not? I don't know. But in terms of Bonnet, we know she's alive in the present. If she goes after her, then Damon physically cares about Bonnet, and this is where it will get interesting. It'll be get tricky, and like, you know, he'll be fighting it. This is where we'll find out who's like, if he can fight her mental state or not.
Want to talk about it?
No, not particularly. Every blood relative I've ever had, ever known, after today, they are all gone. And either I put them in harm's way or I kill them myself.
You can't give up hope.
This got delivered while we were out today. The girls' beds should arrive tomorrow.
I never expected you to do this.
You are my family now.
I'm so happy these are back together.
Check it out.
Ah, get in there. Fucking Stefan, mate. What a good proposal this is.
I was hoping you might wear it.
What, like a friendship ring?
Really need to say it?
Yeah,
Of course you do, Stefan. You have to ask it.
Will you do me the honor of wearing this engagement ring?
Too many words.
Mate, I'm so happy these are back together. Good little kissing sesh as well. Oh, finished. Oh, mate, Stefan's been through the absolute most crazy emotion episode that you could probably ever go through, man. Like, the guy went from obviously searching for his brother to obviously finding out that Sarah was possibly a target, to finding her, to then obviously Damon nearly killing her, to then to saving Damon, for the siren to come in and to stab her, and then for him to be compelled so he can't protect her, and then to watch Damon again get his mind controlled by the siren, then he get left, and then Sarah dies, you know, and then he's absolutely distraught. You can see it in his head. But then obviously he comes in and then he's done this nice thing, like he's ordered like the furniture for the kids in the bedroom, he's doing the house up, and he's done it perfect with Caroline. Then that situation there, yeah, was so good, because it was like he's shown that he cared for her by doing something for somebody else that means so much to her. Does that make sense? So he's shown that he's all in because he's willing to give his home a place for her children. And then he even went for the next part. That's for them. This is for you. Boom. Ring there. Will you marry me? Of course you will, Stefan. Of course you fucking will, mate. I'm getting literally what I hoped for, and that is a finish to the season. I mean, I don't know when it's happening. Hopefully it's the last episode. What a way to bow out. Do you know what I mean? Of a wedding now. I would also really, really love Enzo and Bonnie to end up together as well. Get them married as well. Same episode. No, double wedding. Double trouble, mate. Literally, because Bonnie, she deserves it. She deserves to be happy. So does Enzo, man. I'm a big Enzo fan. I've always been a fan of Enzo. Ever since he was first introduced, he's gone on some savage runs as well. Killed people up and down, gone against his friends, gone not. I've never once been an Enzo hater. And I'm absolutely all over Enzo and Bonnie, so I'm loving it. And do you know what was interesting? Is that, obviously, she's going after Bonnie now. And Damon knows, Damon hardcore cares about Bonnie as well. So then when that actually plays out, I want to know if he can fight it and if he can't. Do you know what I mean? And is someone going to die or really not? But this siren seems mental. Is she a witch? Is she a vampire? I've not really seen her eat somebody in the present. I've only seen her technically kill somebody. So really, really fascinating. Okay, so that's going to wrap up today's video. Now I'm just going to carry on with the Caroline and Stefan situation there, in terms of like what I was saying is it was like he was doing something for the children, and it made her look at him like, oh my god, mate, you know, I can't believe it, you're like the one. And it makes me think of this girl, I'm not too sure of her name, the archaeologist, the one, Rick's intern, that when she told him the story of how she obviously got the mark, it involved her crashing and killing a friend accidentally, even though she was drink driving. And like, instead of Rick, you're judging her for those actions, yeah, he just focused on the work side of it. And I got the same feels that she looked at him and I thought, oh my god, do you know what I mean? Like, this guy is the one, mate. I could see Caroline fall for Stefan there even more than she already felt for him once he said that about the children and about his house. And then I could physically see that girl as well when Alaric was saying, well, he didn't acknowledge and said that he didn't think she was a monster or anything. I could see in her face as well, it was like, man, I fell for this guy. But who would have thought, mate? Last season, I said it, mate. Rick was so much wanting a family that he was willing to have no physical relation with Caroline, for the being content with a happy family life, so to speak. Like, two people there for the children. Now I would say it'd be way more healthier, right, if you lived next to each other in the same street, had parental custody, just in out, shake it all about, mate. Literally. everybody involved. You get a relationship going, you be happy. Caroline gets her STEFAN relationship going, they be happy. They're getting engaged, love it. And obviously, the kids get the best of both worlds. Two happy parents, two families, two parents that absolutely love each other, but in a friendship way, and it's a win-win, mate. And literally, that is what's happening now. Alaric's in a situation where this girl is hardcore crushing on him. Now, I have no idea what this nanny's doing, but I feel like she's crushing on him as well. And I feel like both of them are beautiful. And the guy's in a mad situation where he's got two people that are well attractive flirting with him. And I'm just like, get in there, Rick. That's literally it. Now, I was saying with STEFAN, I think his acting is fantastic in terms of emotion. He always looks like he's absolutely broken down, distraught on his last legs. Honestly, it's really good. Now, I'm hoping that he never blames Damon for anything that he sees Damon do in this season, because we're physically seeing here how strong this siren is and how it's taken over Enzo, how Damon physically turned his humanity off to try and repel what she was trying to make him do. Do you know what I mean? And like, he was trying to save everybody around him so that she could get no insight into anyone that he cared about, so that he couldn't get hurt and they couldn't get hurt. Do you know what I mean? He made that self-sacrifice to alter my humanity off to protect the others. So we can see it. He turned his humanity on doing the right thing when STEFAN was telling him about Sarah and about the family and how obviously what Elena wanted, and you could see it. He turned it on, and then she swooped in, she took Sarah out, she compelled STEFAN, then she's gone in and infiltrated Damon. And again, so if Stefan's not blaming it, I'm not saying he is, but what I'm just saying is obviously Stefan's sitting there visually seeing it, so this works as well for Enzo. If Enzo does something, Stefan's got first-hand view of how much he can easily just switch someone's opinion like that and mind and take control of them. So, I mean, it's interesting. Now, my question is, this woman, this siren, does she have to kill? Like, it's kind of like Lord Voldemort, mate, literally. The more life she takes, the longer she stays alive. So if, say it goes 2 months without her killing, yeah, will her life start draining away? Will the life start being sucked out of her? And she needs to take lives to be alive. You know what I mean? The more she takes, the more she lives. Because I'm trying to figure out what is her purpose. Now, obviously, this woman's got that mark on her belly. This sword's got a mark on it, or whatever it is that she thinks is from hell. And then Rick's found a book with the mark on as well. So it's 3 different objects, so to speak, that have got the mark. And what does it relate to? Is it a way of killing this siren? Is it a weakness? Do you know what I mean? Like, so I'm excited. I think that it's been a really good start to the season, to be honest. I think we've got so much information about everyone, about the siren, about Damon turning emotions on and off, about STEFAN, obviously how much he's caring for Caroline, how he's trying to save Damon, Bonnet, and obviously Enzo. Enzo don't want it to be helping. He doesn't want to be helping the siren, but he can't physically do anything. She's like drawn to him. You know what I mean? It's like a magnetic pulse. He's pulling you in. She tried to drive him away. It was dragging him in, and he would have died if he got too far. So I mean, there's loads of interesting stuff. What I would like is Jess to come back, get Jeremy back. He's a vampire hunter, whatever. Like I say, is she a vampire? I have no idea what she actually is. Like, whatever supernatural she is she a new one that we've not seen before? But we're on the final season now. We're getting Elena in the show as flashbacks, but we're still physically getting a visual of her. Now, I would like Jeremy back, I would like Matt, and I would like Tyler back. Now, I'm not saying they have to be the dominant storyline force and be in every episode, but what I'm saying is we're here now. We've got to wave them off. Got to say our final hurrah. You know, like, thanks for giving us all this. And those are big, crucial parts of the series. Now, whether we like the characters or we don't like them, they're alive, and they were alive in season 1 and they're alive in season 8. So get them in here, get them a little bit of relevance there, or just get them cameo in. But I want everybody to be in the final episode, even if it's an Elena flashback, Elena present, she's awake, I don't know, but I'm excited. So thanks for clicking on my video today. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. If you do, please smash the like, really helps out the channel. Subscribe if you're new, and as always, I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers, guys.